World War I morphed into civil war. The newborn communist state had to defeat its enemies, or die. The communists survived this deadly struggle, and the Soviet Union was able to raise its head among the nations. But that was far from the end of communist struggle. Repeated attempts were made to strangle the young country, many instigated or outright supported by the capitalist powers. In those years, the growth and modernization of the Red Army was the lifeblood of the Soviet Union's very survival. By the late 1930s, the Red...
Comrade Rokossovsky, I have always considered you a very talented officer.
Thank you for your trust, Comrade Voroshilov.
Until recently, I was planning to promote you to ComCorps rank.
Why did you change your mind, Comrade Voroshilov?
Our ever-vigilant state security has uncovered some horrific facts about you, comrade.
You have been spying for both Japan and Poland. I have signed confessions from traitors to the state that prove it. Confess your crimes.
What is this nonsense? I served the Soviet Union faithfully and honorably.
You can lie to your cellmates, Rokossovsky. You are under arrest. The punishment for high treason is death. Rokossovsky, this is your last chance. Tell us who else was in on this conspiracy of yours.
I am innocent. I am not going to falsely accuse my comrades.
You have only to sign this confession to avoid the worst consequences. Well, if you are not with us, then you are against us. Let it be on your head. Ready? Aim! Fire!
Comrade Zhukov, I have always considered you a very talented officer.
Thank you, Comrade Voroshilov.
These are troublesome times. The motherland needs more such exemplary officers.
Unfortunately, Comrade Voroshilov, as we have seen, not all exemplary officers are truly loyal to the motherland.
Comrade Zhukov, the Japanese Imperial Army has suddenly invaded our ally, the Mongolian People's Republic. They started out with some border clashes, but now they are trying to grab territory.
It is our sacred duty to protect our socialist Mongol brothers. We must teach these Japanese militarists a harsh lesson.
Comrade Zhukov, I order you to travel to Mongolia at once. Inspect our troops there. Take over operational command if necessary.
It is an honor, Comrade Voroshilov.
Good luck, comrade. I will be waiting for some good news for a change.
I also will be waiting for reports of your diligent and loyal service to the motherland, Comrade Zhukov. Ready? Aim! Fire! You will sign the confession, Rokossovsky, or next time we shoot you for real.
Save your breath, comrade. I won't betray my fellow officers.
We shall see, comrade. Take him back to his cell.
Comrade Zhukov, several days ago the Japanese have invaded. With a special order, Comrade Stalin has appointed you the commander of the 57th Special Rifle Corps.
Comrade People's Commissar for Defense, please brief me on the operation.
The Japanese are attacking from the puppet state Manchukuo. They have violated the Mongolian border and occupy the eastern bank of the Hulkin-Gol River, with the exception of a single bridgehead we have on the eastern riverbank. Fighting is severe, but our boys are holding. Thanks to that, we have a chance to organize a counteroffensive and throw the samurai out of Mongolia.
Do not forget, our bridgehead is under very serious pressure. Intelligence collected by my agents indicates that the Japanese have concentrated significant force.
Thank you for the information, Comrade People's Commissar of State Security.
The first reinforcements will arrive tomorrow. But for now, you will have to kill the enemy with the forces you...
We fight together, we die together.
Your forces are comprised of both core and non-core units. Core units' strength indicator is green and round-shaped, and for non-core units it is yellow and hexagon-shaped. Non-core units are allocated for one mission only, while the core units will accompany you throughout the campaign. You will be able to level them up and provide them with new equipment. These units are the ones which should be under your primary protection.
Front of a key, awaiting orders. Quiet. Comrade Commander is speaking.
Ammunition and fuel icons next to unit strength will allow you to quickly get important information about it. If the unit is still able to move during the current turn, the canister icon will be green. If it can no longer move, the icon will be gray. Likewise, the ammunition icon shows whether the unit is attacked this turn. If the unit is low on ammunition or fuel, the corresponding icon is yellow. It becomes red once the unit has run out of it completely.
Heavy caliber has arrived.
Ready and able.
Infantry is good for assaulting the enemy positions after the artillery and air bombardment. It is also the best unit for storming cities, mountains, forests, and well-entrenched positions. A well-entrenched infantry is a tough target for the enemy assault.
Ready and able. Prepare to move out.
Tanks are ideal for a rapid offensive in open terrain. However, they are vulnerable in close quarters to the infantry units in difficult terrain, such as cities, mountains, forests, swamps, shallows, and well-entrenched infantry units.
No mercy for the imperialists. Tank busters standing by.
Where to now, Comrade Commander?
Your reinforcements, Comrade Zhukov, as requested. I kept my...
Thank you, Comrade. Quiet as a stalking cat.
Reconnaissance is extremely important in an offensive, since it provides you with full intelligence information regarding the presence of enemy forces, thus making your attack more effective. A reconnaissance unit can move several times per turn, as long as it has move points left. Once the reconnaissance unit notices the enemy, it automatically stops and they can move again. If an enemy surrenders to your reconnaissance unit, it gains full information about all the enemy units nearby.
Tank crew on standby. Is that where the fighting is?
Our knives are sharp.
This unit has heavy equipment. Units with heavy equipment cannot move if they do not have ground transport. Additionally, they cannot board air transport and can only disembark from naval transport at a seaport.
Tank crew awaiting orders. What is your command?
You have selected an entrenched unit. When a ground unit finishes its turn while still being able to move, it gains 1 level of entrenchment. The unit can have up to 6 levels of entrenchment. Each level of entrenchment increases all defenses by 1. The unit loses all levels of entrenchment when it moves. Naval and aircraft units cannot gain entrenchment. Each attack against an entrenched unit reduces the entrenchment level by 1.
Infantry, form up. Give them hell, comrades.
Anti-tank artillery is effective against tanks and other hard targets. Your best tactic when using anti-tank artillery is to position it next to your other forces to provide them with fire support versus attacks from enemy tanks.
Recon team ready.
Damage is indicated with the numbers above the unit being attacked. For ground and aircraft units, there are 2 types of damage, lethal and non-lethal. Both lethal and non-lethal damage decrease the unit's strength. However, non-lethal damage at the same time increases the number of units damaged, which can later be restored. Naval units always receive only lethal damage. However, they have multiple ship parts with their corresponding HP, thus damage against them is split. Ship parts except the hull are repaired over time by ship maintenance. Hull HP cannot be restored in any way during the operation.
Tank crew awaiting orders. Tank crew on standby. We don't need roads. We're in a tank. Ready the high explosives. Standing by for orders. Understood. Firing the heavy caliber.
Anti-tank gun, awaiting orders.
This unit is on the verge of defeat. Send the unit to the service zone where it can be reinforced. The service zone is a 1 hex range around an infrastructure.
Infantry, form up. For the motherland!
We fight together, we die together. Don't let me down now, Tin Can!
Artillery is the basis of the firepower of your forces. It can weaken enemy fortifications to allow your troops to attack without heavy losses. It is also good for defense, as it provides fire support to the ground units within its range. However, its main strength is its long firing range, which allows you to destroy the enemy troops from afar. Remember though, artillery is vulnerable to aircraft attacks and in close combat, so it needs to be protected.
Taking aim. Kill confirmed.
Standing by for orders.
Guns cleaned and ready.
At once, Comrade Commander. Standing by for orders.
Anti-tank gun ready for duty.
Quiet as a stalking cat.
Standing by for orders. Just point the gun towards the enemy.
We'll make them pay.
The village of Jinjin Sume lies at the intersection of several strategic routes. It is a point that the Japanese could use as a springboard for attack. It must be cleared of enemy units. Shells are running low.
We'll punch right through them.
This unit has run out of ammunition. Move it within the supply zone to resupply it. Supply zone is marked with a white box symbol in the upper corner of each hexagon while the unit is selected.
Just point the gun towards the enemy. Enemy is in retreat. Ugh, I'm getting cooked inside this thing. Be there in a minute, Comrade Commander. They'll regret coming to our land. Tanks ain't afraid of no dirt.
Your unit has been withdrawn from a supply zone. The delivery of supplies to the unit has been stopped. The supply zone is marked with a white box symbol in the upper corner of each hexagon while the unit is selected.
Ready to kill some imperialists. Ready to kill some imperialists. Ready to kill some imperialists.
We've repelled the Japanese attack on our bridgehead. We hammered those capitalist samurai.
Comrades, now is not the time to celebrate. My agents say the Japanese have now crossed the Halkan Goal near the Saigon Mountain. They are digging in there. The samurai can strike at your rear at any moment.
Zhukov, just crush them with our mighty tanks and be done with it.
We can't just throw our tanks at the Japs. The samurai will burn them. First, we need to soften up their infantry with attacks from the air. Then we should send in the tanks, but only with the support of our own infantry.
You are far too timid for a cavalry commander. You underestimate the bravery of the workers' and peasants' Red Army. Have you forgotten how we smashed the White Guards in the Civil War with nothing but cold steel and rifles? But do as you wish. I hope the units you have will be enough to storm Saigon.
Spotted the enemy. Should we engage? Team, let's show some professionalism.
Standing by for orders. They'll regret coming to our land.
Tactical bombers are flying artillery and a great tool for wreaking havoc on any enemy troops, although you have to be careful of the anti-aircraft units Overwatch and fire support. It is better to scout the enemy positions before sending in bombers. Do not leave your tactical bombers without protection. Remember, they are a prime target for enemy fighter planes.
Bomber squadron awaiting orders. We're on our way.
This is a long-range bomber. It has higher fuel capacity and more defense, but lower attack parameters due to the higher altitude of bombing runs. Such bombers are better escorted with long-range fighters, or fighters fitted with extra fuel tanks during their long-range missions.
The old men are going into battle.
Ready to kill some imperialists.
They'll hear it coming. All right, let's do this. We've got nothing to pound them with. We're on it.
Bomber squadron at your command. Bomber squadron awaiting orders.
It seems like the Japanese fighter pilots are getting an upper hand against our aircraft. How did they learn to fly like that?
That won't last. We won't let samurai fly circles around Soviet pilots. I am sending you a squadron of our finest aces and also a crack unit of anti-aircraft artillery. That's all you should need to get air superiority. Stalin's Falcons will teach the Japanese a lesson in aerobatics.
For the motherland! Load up! Motherland's armor!
Beware the fire support of the enemy artillery if you attack enemy troops with an artillery unit nearby.
Ready to roll all over them! Is that where the fighting is? Taking aim! We fight together, we die together. Taking aim!
They won't hear it coming. They won't escape. Your orders? Drop them!
Ready to crack some tin cans open. Quick, to the new coordinates.
An anti-aircraft unit is a powerful and versatile weapon. Its main purpose is to protect your forces from enemy aircraft by overwatch, fire support, and direct attack of the enemy. However, it can also effectively combat ground units. Large caliber anti-aircraft artillery is a good weapon for destroying enemy tanks.